Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. We are going to talk about Bitcoin because going over into the Bitcoin chart so far, Bitcoin is perfectly replicating what we should expect from the Wyckoff pattern. The most important question right now is, of course, are we going to break through here as predicted in phase D towards 42,000 US dollars before we are reversing towards the upside for good? Or is this the biggest heist of whales in the history of crypto and we are eventually going to break lower? We are going to talk about that because there are some interesting statistics on the Bitcoin US dollar longs being at an all-time high and the Bitcoin US dollar shorts. We will talk about the statistics. We will of course also talk about what we will expect here from the Bitcoin price, and I have no one else but the one and only OG DaVinci J15 in our show today. You were smashing up the like button on the last video. Make it once again if you want more of these ones. And without any further ado, I want you to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
Man, I'm in the pipe 5x5, staying alive here at 40 degrees Celsius in Dubai. Man, what did you make me come to, man?
It is crazy. And guys, if you are worried about DaVinci, I'm trying to get him out of there as soon as possible. Of course, we are going to go back to Dubai when it gets a little bit more colder, at 30 degrees maybe. So I hope I get you over to my place as soon as possible. But now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. Crazy things are happening. You had a crazy order as well. We have a lot of things to talk about, especially in regards to the price in the immediate short term. So once again, DaVinci, the stage is yours. Let's pull up the charts and see what you have to share.
Yeah, I'm a little angry. I'm upset. Look at this. It's breaking out. Bitcoin is breaking out. Why am I upset? Well, if you were watching on my channel, right, if you are subscribed to my channel, and if you're not subscribed, you got to do so. I had a buy order, and I was like, I set this buy order right way back when Bitcoin was right up here. I was like, okay, fine.
Zoom in. So
I set the buy up there. And so this is where I missed it by. It's like came down, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll wait. And nope, it was at like I missed it by $27. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe.
Sorry, man.
Oh man, I didn't get my entry point, and now Bitcoin is taking off. And you know, I don't chase, so I just have to let it go.
Yeah.
You have to let it go.
I still have my position. I was lucky somehow when we dumped down to like 28,800. I put in a position at 30,000. I put in more at 31. So this position is still open. I remember people were laughing at me, and maybe they end up laughing at me eventually still, because it's the deal is not sealed yet. Right now at approximately 100K in profits. It is a risky one, I always said that, but well, when the price reverses and when it goes below our support, I will definitely go out. DaVinci, your trade would have been a legendary one. You missed it by like what, $20?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
But
anyway, there's always a new chance. Let's talk about this.
Exactly. Ones. Next bus in 15 minutes, so that's all there is, right? So that's all I'm gonna do. So maybe I'll look for something on a shorter time frame and you know, try to jump in on that if I can and hold it, see if I can ride it. But probably shorter time frame, short trades are a little bit only short time. We end up having to take profit really quickly on short time frames trades. But anyway, let's move on. You can see that we're breaking above this trend line that we've drawn from a long time ago, right? And we were hoping it was going to support it. It did not break through. And I had a feeling that, you know what, I bet you the Wyckoff right here, Wyckoff is going to play out just because this market has been chopping anybody trading with the M's and W's, chopping us heavily in each direction, right? So you can see this W pattern right here on the Wyckoff, right? Screws you over as it goes, well, no, and you get stopped out. So I figure, you know what? I think I'm going to try to get in on this Wyckoff just in case it pulls off, because honestly, I still think we're 70% chance going down, even though we're heading up in an upward direction. We still have to wait for it to break above the last swing high. So the last swing high was right here at $36,600 approximately. And so once we break above that, any kind of wick above that, I think that would count as a higher high.
I just wanted to put something in because I agree with you. The 36,000 is very important. I saw many people speculating on a big whale always selling when we are reaching this level. I wanted to mention something. If I'm going over to the Wyckoff chart, if we go above this 36k level, the target according to Wyckoff is actually all the way up here at 42,000 US dollar, where we should zigzag accumulate once again. What do you think about this specific price target, Da Vinci? Do you have another one? Do you think it's higher or lower?
Yeah, nice rat in the background there.
Yeah, it's a cat. It swings.
I know. I'm kidding. What's his name?
Freya.
Yeah, her name. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah. So I think we have to go up. We have to break above this, and I think we have to go to the $40,000 level for sure. But once we get to, I think once we get above into this sky area, where we can say for sure we're heading to the 40,000, and yeah, there might be a little bit of a zigzag pattern of up here, but I don't think it's going to last very long. I think more Wyckoff is going to be like this right here. What we're seeing right here. Wyckoff comes up close to the 40,000 level, ish, bounces off of it, comes back, and goes above the 40,000 and the 41,000, and then we retest it, and then boom, off we go, man. I can't wait for that if that's the case. But we have to wait for it. And I have like, and you're like, okay, well, if you're 70% bearish, right? Why do you have a long? Well, because I have directional bias, just like some people in this room.
Yeah, we have. I mean, the reason is because if Bitcoin goes to zero, it's like lights out, all out. We are all in, right?
Yes.
That's something you guys have to understand. We always try to be as objective as possible, but there's always this bull inside of us, with the angel and the bad guy here. For us, it's the bull and the bear, and like the bull is much bigger than the bear on our shoulders. And we of course, we always try to be as objective as possible, but there will be always some kind of small bias in our subconscious mind here. However, you are 70% bearish. I'm still more on the bullish side. I hope it's not the directional bias here talking out of me. And the reason is, of course, first of all, that I see many things which are pointing towards that the bull market is not over, but especially this Wyckoff pattern. I mean, if it's not the biggest highest in the history of crypto, then it must be legit, because like every single candlestick here perfectly doing what we should expect from Wyckoff. And I mean, obviously, it's possible that we are still getting effed over here, but so far it looks way too legit. Anyway, Da Vinci, so what do you think? Are we going to sustainably break here this downward sloping trend line? So far it doesn't look all too bad, or do you think we are going to get screwed over here? And do you have any potential short position in place if we break a specific level?
Yes, exactly. The key levels that we have to hold, right? If this Wyckoff pattern does not break, there is no, and this is the battle lines basically right here, plain and simple, right here. You can see this right here. You have the bottom battle line, which is like the $30,120. That's an absolute has to hold. There is no such thing as, we can't even wick below that to say, okay, yeah. It's okay. Just a wick. No.
Yeah.
No. 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 We're done. Right, and if we break, we can wick above this level, and we could turn things around as well. The top level, which is the $36,600 level. So, either way, right, that is the for sure signs right now of which direction we are headed. Even with just a wick above or below these things. So this is absolute. This is do or die time. This is it.
So we have A and B. We have, if we go above 36.6, long position, 42 target. If we go below 30,000, I personally still think we have to close below. We wicked like 3 times below. Same for the upwards price targets. I mean, whatever, but I think it's a little bit more on the safe side to wait for a close. But anyway, if we wick below, short position. And I agree, if we go below 30,000 and close below maybe 28.8, the previous low, then we will see a massive capitulation down. I still think we saw the bottom already, but I definitely agree. If we close below, Like I'm gonna go over to your side and I will I will call it a day for all my long positions for sure.
Another bad sign, unfortunately, is this particular chart. And what is this chart? All the longs that are showing up in on Bitfinex, and I'm like, you scroll out, and this is like this is all-time high. I'm not comfortable with this at all.
I have to agree, because usually you say like the majority is usually not right, but
Exactly.
yeah.
Because markets take the most amount of money for the most amount of people most of the time.
Yeah.
So is it going to be this time different? I don't know.
Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But I agree. This is, of course, this is a serious statistic here. We have to still also realize that we are getting more and more people in the market. So we should expect more long positions and more short positions coming. But there are also not so many short positions right now. So this is at least something to keep an eye on. It's not the most accurate buying or selling indicator, but at least it shows a little bit of the sentiment here on the trading side. So I think it's very interesting. So maybe last but not least, if someone holds you at gunpoint, you have to choose a direction, you would still choose that we are going towards the downside?
Well, the odds are we're going towards the downside. I'd like it to say, hey, we're going up, right? Wyckoff is right. I want Wyckoff to be right, right? But we have not broken out of this pattern, this downward pattern more, because overall, right? What's the overall trend? What's the overall trend here?
Down, yeah, of course, down.
Exactly. So, and what do they say? The trend is your friend until
the end.
Exactly.
But
and
on the weekly,
the only way
we are
we
not
can
in a
tell
downtrend.
the end. What?
On the weekly, we are not. The weekly, I consider the weekly still being bullish. I mean, of course, it's horrible. We closed below the 21-week EMA. I have to say this was always an indication I love to consider as distinction between bull and bear market, and we are below. We closed below for a very long time. That's bearish. But the 50-week EMA we are still holding, and this is the last straw, I would say. That's why I'm saying, like, if we break 30K, it's over. So the 50-week EMA is actually very important, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, well, the weekly hasn't enough data points to say for sure,
Yeah.
other than the top here that we already, but is it going to break down? Of course, breaking these levels, breaking these wicks indicates the direction for sure. Okay, that's it. And then, so that's all, and so that's a weekly. But it's not looking good on the weekly. It's not looking good at all. So so you can look at the weekly and say, oh well, we're above the 30, but or 50 week, right? 50, I think, yeah, 50. The 50-week moving average, but still, it's look at this. This whole thing's a mess. Does not look good overall, and looks like it wants to dump. Going back to dailies, right? Going to dailies, it's the same thing. Everything looks like horrible. However, the Wyckoff pattern is the only thing we could hang our hat on, and that's it.
Man, I remember this Wyckoff pattern. I started to talk about that like in the beginning of phase B. It was extremely speculative back there because we just had like 5 days of price action. But since then, I was so surprised how accurately we are following it. But I do see it, what you are saying, because if you take the balance of all arguments, of course we are more bearish than bullish. Maybe you guys can let me know on what camp are you? Are you on the bearish camp, on the like Da Vinci camp, so to speak, or are you more on the bullish camp, on the directional bias camp here towards the upside? Let me know what you think about that, guys, in the comment section down below. Of course, that would be interesting to know the sentiment of the MMCrypto community, which is sometimes different than the overall sentiment here. Anyway, man, that was great. That was great. Do you have any news maybe regarding Pandora's wallet? Some packages you have for the followers, so I can share it down below. The links are, of course, down below. You just type in davincij15.com.
Yeah, we're going to have a special announcement on the 12th, but before that announcement, prices will be going up, so make sure that you get in before the price goes up.
By the
before that
news.
special announcement. Yes, exactly. Before that special announcement. So yeah, we're going to have it's going to be happening on the 12th of July. So make sure that you check out my channel, and yeah, there's going to be a special announcement there. And also, right, on my if you do subscribe to DaVinciJ15.com, you'll also get access to my live streams. Right, I also talk about which cryptocurrencies I'm buying, because you know what, the altcoin season is nearing a bottom here. So I'm buying like a frenzy, because when we go into the next alt season, it's going to be epic. I mean,
Yeah.
when I say epic, I mean monstrous. So you make sure you have to get your positions in and get them in the low prices, because we're at the lows right now, both priced in dollars, priced in Bitcoin. You need to get into these things right now. I mean, like, so you get some solid names like Paid Network on for pennies on the dollar now, pennies, right? When they used to be like $6 and $7, you're getting them for pennies, man. Time to pick up. Don't be afraid. I know it sounds like it's scary. I know it seems scary, but now's the time to buy.
Interesting, interesting. Let's wait and see. And guys, maybe you leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section down below. You upvote each other's altcoins so we can, in the next episodes, maybe take a look at some of these popular altcoins in the MMCrypto community. Leave your thoughts down below, make noise for the algorithm, and put some fire into the comment section. Of course, I wanted to remind you, if you want to be trading Bitcoin, altcoins, Ethereum, whatever, in the pinned comment down below, this is your section, $1,510 in free bonuses. I'm personally using Bybit the most, but you can use whatever you want here, and you can claim your free bonus by step number 1, clicking the link. Making an account takes like 12, 13, 14 seconds or so, and after your initial deposit, you get these bonuses for free. You can trade with the free bonus, and you can withdraw the profits from this free bonus and add it to your holding position. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let's see if Bitcoin finally sustainably breaks this freaking resistance here towards the downside. Yeah, the downward stopping resistance. And with that being said, Davinci, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Always play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.